1 year with the H2R. About 1,000 miles later. Let's do it. Probably the last time we're doing a ride on the H2R with the OEM wheels, and next time we ride it we're gonna put on the green Rotobox wheels. 1 year with this baby. I can't believe it's been a year since I got it. H2R is empty. Look at this thing. 1 year with the H2R. About 1,000 miles later. Let's do it. We were actually supposed to go to a meet. It's like a Ducati meet, and we were supposed to go to that, but there was so much traffic and I didn't want to. We kind of wanted to actually like ride without traffic hopefully, so we're just going a different route. We decided to completely do a different video. We got Steve on his beautiful V4R, Jose behind me on the F4RR, and the H2R all out to play. As you guys saw last time we installed the we installed it. I keep wanting to say that. Oh my god, I have like no rear brake at all. What is going on here? Like no pressure at all. Well, that's good to know. We'll check that when we install the wheels next time. Oh, I'm in second. Why am I in second gear? I don't know. Good thing I noticed that, or I would have stalled. I think this is my second? No, this is my third time riding the H2R ever since I did the new setup, which is more of a top speed setup. We already got the carbon wheels, we already put the new S23 tires on it. These tires, since they're still fresh, are gonna go actually on the, I forgot what bike. Oh, the H2, obviously. Bro, my brain is so out of it today. So I was like, oh, what are they gonna go on? Obviously it's gonna go on the H2 because we're gonna keep them on the same wheels, rims, whatever you call them, since they're the same. And I'm just gonna put them from the H2R to the H2, so we don't need an actual full tire swap. I'm super excited for those. It completely transformed the way my V4R rides when I installed these wheels, the Rotobox bullet wheels on my V4R. So very excited to see them looking spicy. Getting distracted. Hey, yeah, he got the new A-Stars helmet. He's saying it's very aerodynamic, in case you guys don't understand the biker sign language. So yeah, we'll ask him when we stop how he likes the A-Stars helmet. There he goes. We don't want no rock chips, so we're staying on the side. Is this thing twin turboed? Honestly, could be, might be, maybe. Next up for the H2R is that I also got lever guards for it, but as I said, they have to be custom fitted. If you guys missed the last video, I did a little bit of a garage tour and my 3-year anniversary video. Oh, another biker. What is that? It's some sort of Honda. So that's probably next up for the H2R is the custom lever guards, installing the wheels, and I finally looked at fans and I found the OEM fans. I can get them directly from Close Hockey, but guess what? Bro, the fans for this thing are $1,000. Which is kind of crazy. I did not think they're that pricey, to be honest. I thought they're gonna be like $300. They're just plastic fans. But I think it's like about $400 a side, and then you need some hardware and stuff like that. But that's just a random fact that was a little bit of a shock, because I totally thought it's gonna be the boys are trying to mob. I'm just trying to, ease into the video and then we'll mob. So I'll probably do the fans at some point. I'm still not sure about it, simply because I do have my Ninja H2. And I'm not going to be taking my H2R to like random stuff. It's only going to be for exclusive, really cool meets, or maybe short little burst surprise when I have a good topic, like my 1-year anniversary with this thing. And I'll do more for the review and all that a little bit after, or maybe when we slow down. But yeah, as we said, got it in June of last year. I mean, it's an H2R. It's the ultimate dream bike, and it definitely holds its own. It's not overrated. I don't care what anybody says. This is the ultimate machine, and even though I have a HP4 race that we just got, this is still my favorite bike to ride. It's just like, it's an experience. This is like riding in an Aventador SV or some crazy car that is a full experience. The HP4 race is a full-on track bike. Maybe one day, now that I'm talking about the two, maybe we'll do a comparison, because supposedly they're both race bikes, you know what I mean? This is a track bike and so is the HP4 race, so maybe we'll do a more of a proper comparison between the two at some point. Actually, now that I think about it, I might do another top speed test on the way back or something, and we'll keep this as a review. There he goes again. It's so quiet, even though he got the full titanium exhaust, it's so quiet, you don't hear him coming. Like, I hear Steve when he's coming, mostly because the V4R redlines at like 5,000 RPM, so it's really high. Even with this loud exhaust, I usually hear him when he gets close to me, unless I'm mobbing too. But yeah, I want to talk about a little bit what to expect about the H2R, some kind of like basic facts on it. If you guys don't know, this bike is 475 pounds, so it's 50 pounds lighter than the H2, 100 more horsepower, 330 horsepower on this thing, bone stock. This thing is Dynatuned, it's set up. I've done a lot to this bike. So far, in my opinion, if you get an H2 and you modify it, build it, all that, I think this is a better package, honestly, because it feels more powerful, but it's also smoother, and altogether the bike feels a lot more refined than the H2. That's mainly what it is. As I said, it feels crazy. It's such an experience. Like the what is it? The Force, the supercharger, whatever. You know how the H2 has that whistle? This has something a little different. It doesn't just whistle. It has like some sort of like suction from the front that you hear, which sounds like a fighter jet trying to take off. I've talked about it many times. I love that noise, and you just hear it like going. It's almost like, you know, when a car has a big turbo and you hear kind of like the turbos just go. Even though this is supercharged, it gives you that kind of like same vibe or sound, which is just crazy to hear this thing go, especially when obviously it's under load. Long distance, as you guys see, like you're just cruising in 6th gear. The bike is very smooth. It's definitely very loud, so I would definitely recommend using earplugs if you have an H2R and ride it. I don't know why I'm giving you guys suggestions, as if there's that many people that are driving their H2Rs casual on the road, but obviously it's one of the loudest bikes. We did a video measuring the decibels of all the exhausts of my superbike collection, and this one, the Rush and the Fireblade, came at the loudest, and they're just idling, they're at 121 decibels, which is crazy. When this thing under load, it's on a whole new level. I think definitely this one, the Fireblade and the Rush, are the highest. The other ones are more high pitch. This is just loud. It definitely also feels a lot smoother, and I would say manageable power-wise now with my new setup, because it's obviously, as I said, geared for more top end, because this bike has so much torque. It just comes up like crazy unless you really stretch it, which I'm definitely not going to do. There's no point of having that much torque with the supercharger and this much power, which is why we changed the gearing and we made it geared for more top speed, as if it needs that, because this bike has already been at around 220 miles an hour on a closed course, of course. But yeah, besides that, I don't really know. Like, this is the ultimate Halo bike, so I don't really know how much to talk about it. It's an H2R, and in my opinion, it doesn't disappoint. If a lot of people are wondering, hey, is this bike worth that type of money? In my opinion, it is, just because of what it is. You know, I mean, it's like you don't question if a Bugatti is worth millions of dollars. You know, it is what it is. You just accept the fact, and I think this is one of these bikes that you don't really question it. I know some people that aren't like fans of this bike are like, oh, why is this bike so expensive, blah blah. It's pretty much double the price based on just MSRP of an H2, and H2 is $30,000, this is $60,000. Again, I'm talking just MSRP. Different countries, states, all that have different rates, fees, the door prices, so it changes a lot, but I'm just going based on MSRP. This is the price of two H2s, and since I do have an H2, like, I can give more of a good review on this thing. Definitely not a bike that I would like to daily as much, simply because, as we said, it doesn't have fans, which is why I'm thinking about adding the fans. definitely runs hot, and we don't want to risk damaging this bike. So far it's only gotten hot like 2 maybe 3 times, but I always turn off the bike, I don't ride it, let it cool down, then ride again. Definitely something inconvenient, but you know, as a race drop bike, that's expected. Similar to the HP4 race. The HP4 race doesn't have that either. At least this bike has a kickstand, unlike the HP4 race, which is very nice. With my H2, I've had it for 4 years, and only 1 year with the H2R. And yeah, I totally love both. This definitely feels lighter and more nimble, even with my current setup right now, which technically it should be similar to the H2 now, because the H2 is lower. This is not lower, so that might be why. But also, this is a different setup, as I said, so I thought it would be similar, but this definitely feels more nimble, obviously, because it's so much lighter. At some point, I want to buy a scale, and I want to actually check how light this thing is. Sorry, I hit him with a rock. I don't know what else to mention. The seating position is very similar to the H2. I think the H2 and the H2R are very, very comfortable bikes, to be honest. Really great for that. Bike is smooth. The throttle is a little choppy in the start just because it's such a powerful bike, but when I get used to it, it's smooth and it feels perfectly fine. Maintenance. Let's talk a little bit about maintenance. So far, this bike didn't need much. I know that the H2s and the H2R, my H2 clutch is slipping again. That's why I haven't been riding it. It needs an oil change and a tire change, so we're waiting to do all that. And then we'll be riding the H2 again. But just generally, the maintenance on this thing has been pretty standard. Oil changes. I changed the chain sprocket for other reasons. So far, you know, it's 1,000 miles, so there's couldn't have been much to it. But I do know that because it's so much power, you do need to clutch plates. They definitely wear out faster, therefore you need to get them replaced. Most of you guys know, actually, the H2R does require an engine rebuild, I think about every 10 hours, 10 or 15 hours of usage. So that's obviously a big jump, but I'll definitely make a video and get to that when we get to that. The main thing that sets this apart from the H2, or just any bike in general, is pretty much the engine rebuild, which is absolutely crazy. Oh no, there's a bug in the middle of the lens. That's not good. Alright, I'm gonna end this video here. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was the full 1 year review with the beautiful H2R. As I said, this bike has been decked out. Spent way too much money on this thing. Probably the world's most modified H2R. And I can't wait for the next video when I'm going to be installing the H2R wheels, the carbon wheels on this thing, the green ones. I think that's going to look absolutely beautiful. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, like, and yeah, probably one of the next videos when that's done, when I put a few more parts on it, I'll do like a part breakdown as well, because why not? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe. 1 year with the mighty H2R. I love this thing. And what? Bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out and ride safe.
So
this is oil.
We did a few pulls, and I may or may not have touched the limiter in 6, just for like a hair of a second. And she's kind of pissing everywhere right now.
Guys, also look at the titanium getting colored inside the pipe. Have you guys ever seen an exhaust do that? That's crazy.
All right, you guys. Bye.